Hi there. If you're watching this recording, is a really good chance that you were a part of the Women's Wellness Evening at Bespoke in early February. Welcome back to our lively conversation on becoming the captain of your ship or the conscious creator of your life in 2024. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Cindy Powers Prosser, and this training is titled 7 Steps to Consciously Creating Your Life. Now, a brief outline of what we're going to be doing in this short time together. We're going to go through the 7 steps in detail. I'm going to do a quick review over the first couple that I shared at the event, and then I'll continue on with all 7. And I'm going to thread them with some short stories, some short visualizations, all along the way. I'm going to complete this process with a beautiful guided meditation that'll leave you in a potent place for consciously navigating throughout the rest of your day. I think you'll love it. And then at the end, if you want even more of this kind of an experience, I'll let you know how you can do that too. So let's get started. We're going to begin with desire. Remember, you can't consciously create anything unless you are aware of what it is that you desire. And there are all kinds of different areas in your life that you could focus on. But for this example, what I'm going to suggest you do is you focus on one of your desires for 2023. Now, that may be finding a beloved in your life, or having better health or wellness in your life. Maybe you want to earn more money or to find your dream home. Whatever that is, what is it? Maybe it's just being happy and content and at peace in your life. That's a beautiful desire. So whatever it is, you might want to find a desire to kind of take with you through this process that we're going to be doing together. So find a desire. It's important that you find the desire so that you can create the intention for what you're going to be doing or setting for this year. Desire can be planted on a day, a moment, a segment of your day, a whole year. It doesn't matter. But desires and dreaming of possibilities and desiring is just something that I don't think we do enough of. So find a desire, a heartfelt desire that you want to create in 2024. Maybe it's a better relationship with your partner or your kids, whatever that is, find that now. All right, number 2, you want to actively imagine living that desire. So you're going to plant the seeds of your desire in the fertile ground of intention. And then you're going to actively imagine this desired future happening today. So active imagination is not just in your head. That's passive imagination. Active imagination is bringing that imagination into your body so that you engage all of your senses and you feel what it's like to actually live that desired life today. So you're in your future in this now moment. I hope that makes sense. So, for example, visualize if it's a beloved that you want to create, visualize in your active imagination waking up in the morning and opening your eyes and looking upon this beautiful person that is lying next to you, and feel the love for that person ignite within you. And as you're gazing at them, sleeping, their eyes open to look at you. And in that vision, in that connection of both of your eyes connecting to each other, the love that you have for each other gets ignited even more. And you both just melt in each other's arms and hold each other with so much gratitude for the love and the life that you're creating together. So you want to feel the energy of that. That is active imagination. And that is key in consciously creating anything in your life. You want to bring it to you and visualize and vibrate at that frequency, that resonance that you will be creating. You are energetic being. Everything is energy. And so to be able to calibrate at that frequency is key to consciously magnetize this experience to you. Yes, active imagination. The third step is expectation. Expect this or something better with harm to none. Now, this or something better means to release attachment to the outcome. That means it's more of a feeling rather than a form. And the form consists of the who, the where, the what, the how, or the when, for example. Those things don't matter. That's not what you're creating. It's more of the feeling that you want, correct? I want to feel love. I want to feel happy. I want to feel grateful. Okay. And you want to create that feeling by your active imagination and then expect this or something better will be coming to me. I am creating this or something better. If you were at the retreat, if you were at the event, then you got my story about how I almost married the wrong person. I was attached to the form. I thought I knew who I wanted to marry until I went into the active imagination and I really fed the energy of who I wanted to be with from a feeling place rather than a form. And I fell in love with me. And I felt that energy so strongly about what that love was going to feel like. And then boom, someone completely different showed up. This or something better with harm to none. Let go of the attachment to who you think it's going to be, or how it's going to happen, or when it's going to happen, or where it's going to happen. This is all the attachment to the form out there in the 3D. We're doing internal work. It's a feeling over a form. So expect magic to happen. Expect miracles to happen. Expect in your creation. It will find you at its perfect time, in its perfect place, in its perfect form. I promise. Desire, active imagination, and expectation. This or something better with harm to none. Number 4, ask for signs. You're co-creating with the universe, consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it. It's an energy that's way beyond you and an energy that you're a part of. It's very exciting and you get to co-create. So I've been doing this since intuitively since I was very young, co-creating with consciousness and asking for signs. But you need to ask for those signs and then you need to pay attention and see what signs show up. Let me give you a story of what I mean. This is something that actually happened to me, gosh, a little over 20 years ago. My husband and I lived in the mountains and we were ready to move more to a more temperate climate, somewhere around the beach. We didn't know where it was going to be, but we knew how it was going to feel. We bought property in Mexico. We bought property in Central California. And then we also loved Kauai. And those are the 3 locations that we had set an intention of moving to. It was a form, but we, had a goal and we knew how we wanted to feel when we were there. But we started looking in those 3 places. And after time, it just wasn't flowing. Nothing was coming together easily in either of those places. And so we do what we do best. We stop if things aren't flowing. We don't push the river. We go down the path of least resistance and we follow the energy. Energy wasn't happening there. So I stopped and I did what I always do. I asked for a sign. I said, show me a sign of where we are meant to be. I had a desire. I had my active imagination. I visualized and focused and felt on how I was going to feel when I was there. And I knew this or something better was on its way. But it wasn't happening. So I asked for a sign. And the sign came shortly thereafter. Now, I like 3 signs. I've always asked for 3 signs. But the first sign was pretty potent. It was powerful. The first sign was we had a surprise dinner guest. And that surprise dinner guest was the Prime Minister of New Zealand at the time. Yes, we are just normal people. And I'm not going to get into the long version of this story. So I'm not going to tell you how that all happened. But the bottom line is the Prime Minister of New Zealand ended up at our house for the evening. And my husband actually wanted to move to New Zealand. He had always wanted to move to New Zealand. That's where we spent our honeymoon. And from the day we were married, or from the day that we went to New Zealand, he wanted to move to New Zealand. He had a desire to move to New Zealand, and I did not. It was too far for me. Our daughter didn't want to move to New Zealand. I didn't want to split up my family, so I said no to New Zealand. However, the first sign that showed up was pretty much pointing us in the direction of New Zealand. So my husband got to work after that evening and started to apply for citizenship or residency to New Zealand. And I said, no, 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 we need 2 more. 2 more followed. The second sign that came was we were selling our property that we had bought in Mexico. And the person that wanted to buy it wanted to come and meet us. And so he and my husband and I met him for the weekend. We told him that the reason why we were selling the property is it just wasn't where we wanted to move, and we weren't sure where we wanted to move. No mention of New Zealand in the weekend or during the weekend. But at the end of the weekend, he sat down with us and he said, I believe I know where you're meant to move to. And I said, oh, you do? Where is that? And he said, I believe you're meant to move to New Zealand. And I said, why do you say that? And he said, in the early 70s, I bought some property in New Zealand, and I've gotten to know you and what you are looking for enough to know that this is a good match for you. And I said, well, we've spent 3 months traveling through New Zealand when we were first married. We know it pretty well. Where did you have in mind? Where did you buy property? And he said, I have property in a remote area on the north shore of, or the North Island on the east side, the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand, outside of a provincial area called Gisborne. And it's a little area outside of Gisborne called Wainui Beach. And I think it would be perfect for you. It's got everything that you want. And I'd never heard of Wainui Beach. It was that far off the beaten path. We didn't get there. And so he said, what exactly are you looking for? And I told him, because I had it in my active imagination. I said, I want to live on a hill overlooking the ocean. Larry wants several surf spots because he wanted to surf. I wanted to be able to have some beautiful walks along the sea. I wanted to have a freshwater pond. I wanted to have enough room for a bountiful garden, fruit trees. I knew the view that I would have out my office window. I knew exactly how it would feel once I was there. And so I described that to him. And he said, okay, I'll be going back. And in a couple of weeks, I know a farmer who will often peel off some of his farm and sell it like a bank account. And if that's something that he wants to do, I'll take a picture of the location that he wants to sell. And if it's a match, then maybe you'll be my neighbor there. I said, that sounds good to me. Well, sure enough, a couple weeks later, I got an email from this gent, and he sent me some pictures of the exact location that I had in mind. It had all the feelings, all the components. It was my dream location of where I wanted to live. There was no denying that. And I had to say, it was the second sign to move to New Zealand. However, I asked for 3. My husband, on the meantime, was continuing to apply to become a resident of New Zealand, very excited to have found the location that he would be moving to, fully infusing it with his expectation. He knew where he was moving to. However, I needed my third sign, and that came several weeks later. My husband had an office downstairs in our home, and it was dinner time. So I went downstairs to tell him it was dinner, and he had a new client there. So I invited her to join us around our table. As we were having dinner, I noticed she had an accent, and I asked her, where was she from? She said, I'm from New Zealand. I said, oh, we're familiar with New Zealand. What part of New Zealand are you from? She said, I grew up in a little provincial town on the North Island, the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand. It's right outside of a town called Gisborne in a community called Wainui Beach. She grew up in a house less than a kilometer from where that picture was taken. That was undeniably my third sign. And so I gave my husband the thumbs up to move to New Zealand. And that is when my life changed. That is when I really discovered all the things that I teach today in that whole story of moving to New Zealand because of that decision that we made back then. So again, I'm not going to go into the rest of that story. It's a miraculous story. It's how I create my life, always have, and what I teach my clients how to do today, and part of this training. So ask for signs. The signs can come in all forms. They can come in people. They can come with lyrics in a song that you're listening to. It can come with a message from a billboard or a bumper sticker in the car in front of you. But you need to pay attention to the signs. Think of them as breadcrumbs along the way. You're co-creating with the universe, the divine, consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it. But I promise you, you are never alone, and you can always ask for help. And the help comes in many forms. And one form are signs. So I want to encourage you to play with the energy and ask for the signs along the way. You won't be sorry you did. Okay, so you're going to ask for signs. The fifth step is to take action. You must take action along the way. And so when we got the signs, my husband was already in the action mode. He was already applying for residency. It's a huge process to move to New Zealand. And it took, like 6 months just to go through the application process. And then you have to, do the move. And it's huge. It's huge. So you've got to take the steps to apply for the job, to go out and look for the beloved, to say yes to the invitation to the party, if that's what you're being invited to do, to meet new people. So you've got to take the action. You've got to show up and take the action. So that's absolutely a very important step in conscious creation. We're in these bodies and we need to take the action too. And then the sixth step is one, it's called celebration. I don't think we celebrate enough. Celebrate, when you celebrate, you're infusing the energy with gratitude. And remember, gratitude is a generating emotion. The more you feel grateful for, the more you will create to feel grateful for. So the same thing with celebration. The more you celebrate, the more you create things to celebrate. So it's really important that when you're successful in anything in your life, celebrate it. Take the time to celebrate before you move on to the next event or the next desire or the next creation. Okay? I can't emphasize that enough. I don't think that we as humans spend enough time celebrating. And that includes your birthday every year. Celebrate that you get another year, that you made it another trip around the sun. Celebrate everything in your life. It's just as potent as gratitude. So celebration triggers expansive emotions of joy, of gratitude. And they're emotions of prosperity and of receiving and creating more of a prosperous, joyful life. So celebrate. And then the final step in this training is you've got to pull the weeds out of the fertile soil of your creation. So you plant the seeds of intention and desire into the fertile ground, and then you infuse the energy with your active imagination and expectation, but you've got to pull the weeds out of the soil. And those weeds are what I often refer to as blind spots or sabotaging emotions, thoughts, beliefs. There's 5 that I like to speak about, okay? They're all sabotaging your success, and they will undermine the success of your desires. So you need to look at your thoughts, make them conscious. What are you thinking? Your beliefs are connected to your thoughts. Do you believe this is going to happen? Do you believe that life is hard and that you have to earn, perform, and compete for what you want to get? Or can it be easy? And you can just use these simple steps to receive with gratitude and grace. It matters. So your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, the energy that you be, what you're feeling in your emotions are your feelings and your thoughts together. That creates your emotions. And so your emotions are, well, for example, gratitude is an emotion. It's an expansive emotion. So you're going to create more things to feel grateful for. That's what you want to feel. But self-pity, worry, doubt, those are constricting emotions, and they're going to shut things down, and they're going to close your receiving off. They're heavy, and like I say, they're constricting. And so you want to be really aware of what you're feeling. If you believe and you think and you feel that life is hard, or you have a fear, there's your 4th one, thoughts, beliefs, emotions, fears. If you fear you're going to be abandoned, rejected, betrayed, if you fear that the worst could happen and another shoe is going to drop, whatever that means, if you're in fear, you're going to constrict the energy and you're going to shut down the energy of what we're talking about here. It's going to interfere with your conscious creation. It's going to interfere with your active imagination, because what are you giving attention to? Are you actively imagining this thing coming, this or something better with harm to none, expecting that it's going to show up in its perfect time? Or are you fearing the worst? Are you saying this can't happen to me? Are you feeling that you're not good enough to be a conscious creator, that you're not smart enough? If you want to have more income or more money in your life, do you have a subconscious belief that rich people are greedy and money's bad? Do you have a fear of being rejected or humiliated? Do you have it? Do you have a habit of worrying that the worst thing that can happen will happen to me? And what if? The what ifs are huge weeds in your fertile ground. Doubt, shame, and pain of any kind that has not been processed is absolutely there to sabotage your success. So you have to recognize these blind spots. The first step to changing the blind spots is to recognize them, to actually see them. You can't change anything you don't see. So when you can recognize, oh, and I didn't tell you the 5th one. The 5th blind spot are the stories that you tell. The stories that you are so connected with and identify with. For example, a story would be, I'm really bad at numbers. I'm really bad at math. And so if you believe that was one of my stories, I just don't do numbers. It's not something that's easy for me. Well, if that's a story that you continue to believe and tell, you're going to continue to be bad with numbers. I used to be bad with numbers. Now I understand them and I work with numbers. And I enjoy my relationship with my bank account, time management, my calendar. All of these are linear. They're all numbers, and I have a very good connection and working ethics with my numbers very much. And so you want to look at the stories that you tell. I always get headaches, or relationships never work for me. I don't know how to love. All of these stories are connected to a pattern in your life that keeps rotating. It's like you're on the hamster wheel of creating the same thing. The stories that you tell create the life that you live. And if I were to meet you and get to know you, I would be able to see those stories. I would be able to feel those feelings. I would be able to understand and recognize those fears, the things that you're most afraid of, because uncovering blind spots just happens to be one of my superpowers. I've done this for over 20 years now, first with myself and then with my clients. You can't change anything you don't see. So you must see how you have been sabotaging your success over and over again with your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, your fears, and your stories. So that is what I encourage you to do next. Really start. It's almost like getting out of your body and witnessing yourself. Be the silent witness of you. Become conscious of what you've been unconscious of so that you can change, because that is so important. Pull the weeds away from what you're trying to grow, this desire, and making this desire into a reality in 2024. Yes, have a new story. Life is easy. I am a powerful creator. I am the captain of my ship. I am confident. I am capable. And I am certain of this. When you can own that energy, anything is possible. But you must get very clear with what it is that is sabotaging your past, sabotaging your life. So those are the 7 steps of consciously creating your life in 2024. I hope you like them. If you have any feedback for me, any questions for me, I invite you to send me an email at cindy@cindypowersprosser.com. That's CINDY at CINDYPOWERSPROSOR.com. And yeah, I'm here to answer your questions and share in your celebrations, especially to share in your celebrations. Now, I told you if you'd like any more information or any more support after this short training, I'd let you know and how to do that. And like I said, my superpower is helping people uncover and discover their blind spots so that they can consciously create their reality and move forward, powerfully forward in creating more love and joy in their life. And I do that with my one-on-one coaching sessions, my programs. I have a lot to offer. I do retreats. I'm offering a retreat this March. And so if you want to find out more about any of my offerings, including a one-on-one coaching session, you can send me an email at cindy@cindypowersprosser.com, the address that I just spelled out for you. And I'm actually offering excuse me, a half price session for anybody that is listened to this video and attended the Women's Wellness Evening event at Bespoke. And that is usually $150 for my first one-on-one session to get to meet you and get to understand your blind spots. I'm offering that for $75 for a short time for anybody that is watching this video series and attended the Women's Wellness event. So if you are interested in having a 60-minute one-on-one session with me, I want to invite you to jump on this offer because I don't offer it very often. It's $75. Just send me an email to Cindy@cindypowersprosser.com and I'll get right back to you. We can book a time to talk. Now, I'm going to give you this meditation that I promised you that's going to really set you up to move forward in your day. So put everything down. And I want you to breathe your eyes closed with your hands in your lap and invite your head now to join you into your body. You're going to not think about anything else. Put all your thoughts aside for this short time and breathe into your belly. You're going to start to take some nice, slower than usual diaphragmatic belly breaths. Breathing focusing very much on each individual inhale and then an exhale. And another inhale and then an exhale. And with the inhale, envision this beautiful oxygen coming into your body and oxygenating every cell in your body. And with the exhale, envision any stress or tension being released out of your body. With that exhale, let it go. Inhaling and releasing. And with each exhale, feel your body softening and relaxing, allowing yourself to be held even more by your chair. Inhaling, oxygenating the cells in your body, and releasing and letting go. Relaxing into the chair even more. Beautiful. And now I'd like you to envision a beautiful pillar of golden white light coming down from above. And as it comes down, it touches the crown of your head and infuses every cell of your body with this divine, coherent, golden white light from above. You might feel some tingling or you might not, but just receive this beautiful, energetic gift from above of golden, liquid white light as it enters every cell in your body. And take another breath as you receive it. Beautiful. And now I invite you to invite the beautiful healing and grounding energy of Mother Earth to come up from below you and open up the little energy centers or little chakras at the base of your feet. All it takes is a desire, active imagination of your intention, seeing these little energy centers opening to receive this beautiful healing and grounding energy of Mother Earth as it comes up and connects with the base of your feet and enters into your body now through your energy centers, your little chakras at the base of your feet. Again, you may feel some tingling, you may not. As it slowly, it's much slower, gradual energy than the energy from above. Allow it to slowly now come into your body as it energizes and enters into your feet, into your ankles, and coming into your calves, grounding and healing with this beautiful energy of Mother Earth. Coming in now up into your mid-calves. And as it comes into your body, it combines this beautiful with the beautiful energy of the golden white light from above and creates a synergy of energy that is created now just for you. It's the perfect elixir for you for today. The healing energy is now entering into all of your legs, past your knees, into your thighs, commingling with this beautiful energy of light, the grounded energy of earth, and it is synergizing the energy of who you be with these beautiful divine energies from above and below. And just take another nice big breath, just allowing this to happen on its own. Beautiful. Now I'd like you to focus on the center of your chest. It often helps to put your hand here, right below your sternum, in the center of your chest, and just breathing in to the sacred heart of who you be. This is your sacred heart, the portal to your soul. And as you breathe into this beautiful portal of love, you connect into the love of who you are, not a love that you need to perform for or earn. This is the love that you are born as. You are pure love that has come into form in this body. And the portal of this love, the soul of who you are, can be found right here in your sacred heart. So just breathe into this portal of love. And with each breath that you take into your sacred heart, you ignite and expand the love within you. So just envision this beautiful pink swirling light that is starting to ignite within you as you focus on the energy that you be, pure love, having a human experience. Beautiful, beautiful. And you can expand this light, this love within you as much as you want. You can surround it around you, feeling it caressing you and reminding you that you are pure love, having a human experience. This is the love within you. And I want it to now commingle with the light from above that has infused every cell in your body, and the healing grounding energy from below with Mother Earth that is infusing every cell in your body. It's now combining with the love that you be. And I want you to really feel into this synergy of these energies that are within you. And just feel into this beautiful elixir that you have consciously created that is you. And just see it coming up and like a fountain, just spilling out the center of your head, the portal of the top of your head, and just see it like a fountain just surrounding you and engulfing you with this beautiful energy of light, love, grounding and healing energy, and just holding you and reminding you that you are magnificent. You are a conscious creator, and everything you need is within you. You just have never been taught before. And just hold this energy, feel this energy, and set the intention that you will carry this energy into your day with you. Allow it to be the energy that you are, just like putting on clothes in the morning. This is the energy you choose to be. And you can do this at any time. You can do this meditation at any time to embody the energy that you feel at this moment, to go through your day feeling confident and capable and loved. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to this video. That is my gift to you. And again, if you want more, this is my superpower. This is my passion and purpose in this lifetime, to help inspire other people to reconnect with who they authentically be, their superpowers of consciously creating their reality from a place of love. And if this is interesting to you, please say yes to more. It's my invitation to you as we end this training. All right. Thank you so much for saying yes to being more intentional in your life, to finding more of your superpowers and releasing the sabotaging beliefs, fears, feelings, stories that you have been harboring. Let them go so that you can become the conscious creator of your life. Until next time, bye for now. Cindy Powers Prosser saying thank you with many blessings. Goodbye.